Satan it all begins with the Hebrews in the Hebrew Bible. The figure known as Ha-Satan, the Satan, first appears as a heavenly prosecutor who works for Yahweh, God. Satan tests the loyalty of Yahweh's followers and prosecutes the nation of Judah in the divine court. During the intertestamental period, Satan may have developed into a malevolent entity that opposes God, possibly due to the influence of the Zoroastrian figure Unveiling. In the apocryphal Book of Jubilees, Yahweh gives Satan, who is referred to as Mastema, authority over a group of fallen angels or their offspring. Satan's job is to tempt humans to sin and punish them. In the Old Testament, Satan is seen as the prosecutor of Yahweh's court, but he isn't considered an adversary of God. However, in post-biblical Judaism and Christianity, Satan becomes known as the Prince of Devils and takes on various names, including Beelzebub, Lord of Flies, and Lucifer, the fallen angel of light. Lucifer, morning star, family god, father; Amminadiel, brother; Azrael, sister; Michael, twin brother; Uriel, brother; Ramiel, sister; Gabriel, brother; Sachiel, brother; Raphael, brother; various angels, siblings: Charlie, nephew; spouse Lilith, morning star, ex-wife of Adam. Thought overview. Samael is a fallen archangel banished from heaven after attempting a failed rebellion against his father. He was sent to hell as its new ruler, and his name was later changed to Lucifer. In the OT, anyone or anything stands in the way of completing God's will or opposing God's people, either collectively or individually. 2 Samuel 19 verse 22, 1 Kings 5 verse 4, 1 Kings 11 verse 25, Ezra 4 verse 1. In Christian tradition, the serpent in Genesis is often identified as Satan, the ancient serpent. This identification changed the Hebrew Bible's concept of Satan, who is usually described as the adversary and a member of the heavenly court who acts on God's behalf. In this new interpretation, Satan/serpent became part of a divine plan that extends from creation to Christ and the Second Coming. It was 2016 years from serpent to Lucifer. The word Lucifer appears in the Bible in Isaiah 14 verse 12 and 2 Peter 1 verse 19. In Isaiah 14 verse 12, the Hebrew word for morning star is translated into Latin as Lucifer. The passage in Isaiah 14 verses 4 to 17 mentions a son of the morning who fell from heaven and was cast down to the earth. In 2 Peter 1 verse 19, the Latin Vulgate uses Lucifer to refer to Jesus. The first occurrence of the word Satan in the Hebrew Bible refers to a supernatural figure. It comes from Numbers 22:22, which describes the angel of Yahweh confronting Balaam on his donkey. Balaam's departure aroused the wrath of Elohim, and the angel of Yahweh stood in the road as a Satan against him. Zechariah 3 verses 1 to 7. In this vision from 519 BC, Satan appears as the prosecutor in a trial between Yahweh, the judge, and Joshua, the high priest, who represents the nation of Judah. Isaiah 14 verses 12 to 18 in pseudepigrapha and later Christian writings. This passage is associated with the personification of evil called the devil. According to the Bible, God did not create evil. When he created the world, everything was perfect. Genesis 1 verse 31. God did not create evil because evil cannot be created. Evil is a lot like darkness and cold. The word does not occur in the book of Genesis, which mentions only a talking serpent and does not identify the serpent with any supernatural entity. 16. The first occurrence of the word Satan in the Hebrew Bible about a supernatural figure comes from Numbers 22:22, 17, 8, which describes the angel of Yahweh confronting Balaam on his donkey frowny face. 7. Balaam's departure aroused the wrath of Elohim, and the angel of Yahweh stood in the road as a Satan against him. 8. In 2 Samuel 24:18, Yahweh sends the angel of Yahweh to inflict a plague against Israel for 3 days, killing 70,000 people as punishment for David having taken a census without his approval. 19. 1 Chronicles 21:1, 20 repeats this story, 19, but replaces the angel of Yahweh with an entity referred to as Satan. 19. Because of the fallen nature of everything in the world, and of the fallen nature of humanity in the world, Satan is, by default, the prince. He is the most authority over all of that, which is rebellious and sinful, as well as all of the broken and corrupt systems. John 14:30. Hereafter, I will not talk much with you, for the prince of this world cometh, and hath nothing in me. 31. But that the world may know that I love the Father, and as the Father gave me commandment, even so I do. John 16 is often quoted by less knowledgeable pastors about the prince of the earth. Notice in John 14 that Jesus says the prince of the earth has nothing on him. In argument, why would Jesus make this remark if the whole Spirit was the one being discussed? John 16, Jesus speaks of the Holy Spirit, which he calls the Spirit of truth. He also tells us that the Spirit of truth will testify of Jesus, and this is how we can know if it is indeed the Spirit of truth, for if a spirit denies Jesus, then it is not holy, but an unclean spirit. The standard medieval depiction of the devil goes back to Gregory the Great, 540 to 604 CE. He integrated the devil, as God's first creation, into the Christian angelic hierarchy as the highest angel, either a cherub or a seraph, who fell far into the depths of hell and became the leader of demons.